Hey there, Heather Boyd here, and welcome to day 4 of the 10-day Squeegee Art Challenge. Be sure to tag me on Instagram at heatherboyd.art if you create any of the squeegee art from the challenge. And without further ado, here's today's tutorial. Today I'm making a portrait using the squeegee to make the hair. You can use Liquitex soft body acrylics or the folk art acrylics or even paint from the dollar store. I'm using a 10-inch squeegee and some 140-pound watercolor paper. I'm going to start by drawing a silhouette of the face. You can draw it with a pencil first, and then I'm using liquid acrylic to draw out the details. If you prefer, you can use a marker, a paint marker, or any kind of drawing tool that you like. So we are doing a very simple black silhouette of the face. I'm using a very fine paintbrush, and if you find it easier with a marker, you can do that instead. This is the Liquitex soft body acrylics. You can also buy fluid acrylics in little pots. You may opt to use Indian ink as well. Now I'm going to take the Liquitex soft-bodied acrylics straight out of their pots and draw a variety of lines for the hair. I'm going to use a few different colors. I have different shades of brown and yellow and burnt umber, and we're just going to go through leaving some white space of the paper. We are going to put different little wavy lines for the hair. This is really fun to experiment with. Sometimes it's hard to know how much paint to use, but the more squeegee art you do, the more you'll get used to how the paint is affected when you use the squeegee. I'm going in and putting a little bit of white as well, and we're just bringing the paint up to the face and leaving quite a bit of white space in between the paint. Now we're going to get the squeegee, hold down the paper, and firmly draw the squeegee down the paper, giving it a little wiggle. You can tape the paper down if it's easier. So we're just wiggling the squeegee back and forth, and it's totally fine if there's some white space showing as well. If you need to add paint, you can always go in and add a little bit more paint. This dries quite quickly because when you use the squeegee, it creates a very thin layer of paint. So make sure you've cleaned your squeegee if you need to. And I'm just going in and adding a little bit more paint. It's very fun to experiment with, and the more you do, the more you'll get to know how it works. So here's the finished piece, and then I did another one to test it out. The same thing, we're going to hold down the paper and firmly draw the squeegee down to form the hair. Bring it right off the paper, and there we have another one. If you need to, you could grab the extra paint off the squeegee to fill in any little areas that you need touched up. Waste not, want not. Going in with a fine brush just to do some more little details. If you want to fill some of the little spaces where the paper is, you can go ahead and fill those in. And then we can add more details of the body just to make it look a little bit more complete. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more art tutorials and 10-day challenges. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at heatherboyd.art and tag me if you create any of the squeegee art from the 10J challenge. Have fun with the projects, and we'll see you the next time.